Hello, I'm Super Orange Cat here today with my betting predictions for week 4 of this college football season. The first game I'll look to is the noon kickoff between Maryland and Michigan, this game being played in the Big House at Ann Arbor. The current line is Michigan by 16.5 points, and the over and under is set at 65. In this game, I know Michigan's played a very easy schedule, and they're beginning conference play, and Maryland's probably the best team they've played so far. I can't imagine Maryland can keep up. Michigan has a great offense this year, and I think Michigan wins by at least 17 points. I think Michigan to cover for my first pick. Second game is probably maybe the biggest game of the week, the 3:30 kickoff between Florida and Tennessee from Rocky Top in Knoxville. And you look at Tennessee and you're like 10.5 points in a rivalry historically, at least recent history, has favored the Gators. However, this Gators team is not good. They have a really weak offense. Defense has suspect issues. And you have Tennessee that's probably a top 5, if not a top 10 at least, offense. They play up tempo that is hard to adjust to. And that game being in Knoxville, I could see Tennessee just knocking Florida out of the game fast and furious. So I have Tennessee covering the 10.5 points as well. Third game of the week is a night game between Wisconsin and Ohio State from Buckeye Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. And historically, this rivalry has contributed a lot of very good close games. And you look at that 18 points and be like, that's a lot. And honestly, yes, I agree. Wisconsin, I think, is being underpriced here. Wisconsin, although I think Ohio State probably ends up winning this game by a score, so I don't think Wisconsin's going to get absolutely blown out, even in a night game, even in Columbus. I have Wisconsin beating the spread at 18 points. And my final game is Utah, Arizona State. And early on in the week, it was Utah by like 20 something points, but it's gone down to Arizona State has cut it down to only 14.5 points, and it's because of the firing of Herm Edwards. However, more stuff has come out the last day or two about maybe issues where Herm Edwards was sabotaged and how there's a lot of infighting in Arizona State. I think that carries over to the field. Utah started out weak against what we now know to be a pretty weak Florida team, but the last couple weeks they held serve pretty well. And this is not necessarily a hard conference game, even on the road. I have Utah covering the 14.5 points. So to sum up all parts, my 4 picks I have this week are Michigan to cover, Tennessee to cover, Wisconsin to beat the spread, and my last pick is for the Utah Utes to cover. If you have any other picks for this upcoming week, if you have any picks you want to cover, leave your comments and opinions down below. I'm the Super Orange Cat, and that is all.